Fragile started as a simple project for a class assignment that came from two little kids playing an old classic game of Match, or better known as the memory card game. The idea was to take a card game with simple rules and gameplay, then add a twist that would make it more exciting, fun to play, replay alone, or with a friend. Fragile is a 2D memory card game where players can play against a computer or another player using the same mouse controls. But what makes Fragile different from other memory card games is the introduction of trap tiles that work against the player and defense tiles that aid the player from the effects of the trap tiles. Fragile doesn't differ much from the original vision that it intended to be, but hopefully in the near future, more gameplay elements and different types of game modes can be added to make it more fun and enjoyable for others to play.
Fragile Tile is made up of 3 rounds, and the winner is the best 2 out of 3. The player is shown the tiles at the beginning of each round to quickly memorize them before they flip over. In order to receive points, the player will need to match number tiles and bonus tiles. The bonus points received from bonus tiles will add to the player's score at the end of each round. There are 3 types of trap tiles that will try to take away points and mess up the game board. The player will be given 3 defense tiles in order to counteract these traps, but the defense tiles can only be used one, one at a time, once per round. We also implemented PvP, which has the same rules as the single player but can be played with a friend. The big difference with PvP is that both players have a set of defense tiles to use.
What techniques, processes, or ideas worked well during development? We split up different types of work, like scripting, scene changes, and UI changes, to people who had experience in that area. We discussed different ideas before beginning work on ideas that we had already set in stone, just to make sure we had a good idea. We were always open and honest with each other about new ideas or directions so that we could make sure we were doing the best work we could. We made sure to keep on each other for work and progress so that no one was falling behind and no one was doing too much on their own. And having 2 different modes of gameplay that we developed made it a lot easier to notice some different issues that we had had during development.
Our initial plan was to have 4 different game modes, but we're only able to have 2 functioning modes, which ended up being original mode and player versus player mode. The timer for the game modes did not work well with the overall gameplay, so it had to be left out. When a shuffle card was selected during a game, it would display a black screen showing that the cards were being shuffled around. This needed to be changed because it was not appealing to the player.
The current game of Fragile, from my initial vision from the start of this capstone project, is really kind of mind blowing because to actually see this game from its conception and for it to get picked and to actually see it come into fruition is kind of humbling as far as being in this degree. Um, Compared to its inception to now, I can't believe that I'm seeing this game on screen in Unity with a great team that has helped bring this game together. For me, it looks amazing. To me, it plays amazing, and I just hope other people enjoy it and like it as much as I do. And like I said before, hopefully we can add some things to it, and hopefully this is not the end of Fragile, but only just the beginning.